action as we get ready to rumble here again this evening as the 305 sprint cars ready to rock and roll here from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. As these drivers already out there on the racetrack ready to rock and roll here, heat race number 1 is about to get underway. Heat race number 1 about to go into action here this evening as these drivers stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 1 is the 78 ride. That is Joseph Brooks, as Brooks starting there in the pole position. To his outside in the 37 ride, that is Joey Price. And then we see the 77, the 3D Racing House of Speed ride, Warren Samoy. Dylan Stevenson, Vernon Hill, and the 28 of Cody Blix rounding out the field here in the sprint cars as we are going to battle here again this evening as our first heat race of the 305 sprint cars in the Montana iRacing League is underway. Quickly, Joseph Brooks trying to get under power here, trying to run away with this one, but a big run down to the inside for the 37 of Joey Price. Price getting a little loose there, trying to hang on to his ride as here comes the number 62 as they make contact. Dylan Stevenson off the racetrack. Is unfortunately here, Vernon Hill having some issues here. Hill's taking his ride down pit side here on the start of this race. The one machine having some issues. We'll take a look and see what happened here as it looks like he may have gotten a piece of the infield tractor tire right there, and a heartbreaker for Vernon Hill as Hill down pit side as we see some more contact, some more beating and banging as the 62 rider Dylan Stevenson trying to work himself back up into that second position here as out in front Joseph Brooks running away with this one. Brooks with a big lead, 1.7 seconds now between himself and Warren Samoy. Samoy up into position number 2. The 37 ride, Joey Price back there in position number 3. He's looking to try to work himself back up towards that second spot. Dylan Stevenson right there in position number 4 and looking for more here as he's all over the back bumper of the 37 ride. Cody Blix getting a piece of him there as they got checked up there in front of him. A quick way, Cody Blix doing a great job keeping his ride pointing in the right direction. So wasn't Dylan Stevenson, as I thought for certain we were going to see a caution flag there, but we see some clean and green racing here in heat race number 1. I don't know about clean, but it was pretty clean here for the 78 ride of Joseph Brooks as Brooks continuing to lead the way, but Warren Samoy slowly but surely closing that gap and reeling him in here. The difference now 1.3 seconds, so almost half a second evaporated here over the last couple laps for Warren Samoy as he tries to hunt down our race leader. Joseph Brooks out in front though, looking very, very good here in the 78 ride in heat race number 1 as Warren Samoy trying to hunt him down. Joey Price back there in position number 3 with Dylan Stevenson and Cody Blix reeling him back in as we're going to see the white flag fly one more time around here in this one as, man, what a great run here as the 54 rider Joseph Brooks out in front down the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 1 as out at corner number 4, Joseph Brooks is going to pick up heat race win number 1 on the evening. Warren Samoy there in second, Joey Price in third with Dylan Stevenson, Cody Blix, and Vernon Hill rounding out our first heat race of the day. Little brother screaming, "Go Boba! Go Baba! Go Baba!" He's screaming it. I like that. I like that. That's special. That's something special. I'm sure that's something that that Mr. Brooks is going to look back on when he's a little older and realize how good he had it right there. Having his little brother cheering him on, screaming for him, and cheering him on there in this one as Carol Brooks coming in with that like on the stream. Brian Wax, my boy Brian, with the like on the stream as well. Darius Richard Brent coming in with the like as well again here in this one as Casey Duran with the heart reaction. Kara Billy Tabor coming in with the like as well. Tiger Lee Callahan coming in with that like on the stream as well. I do believe that's Tigger Lee Callahan coming in with the like. Russell Wolf with the like. And my boy Casey Durant. Casey coming in, setting it off here with the 100-star donation here in this one. Coming in, setting it off with that 100-star dono. Blake Kelman coming in, dropping the like as well on the stream. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Blake. Hopefully it's hopefully the correct pronunciation of your name there is coming in, showing the big love with that like on the stream. Russell Wolf as well, coming in, showing the love. Bracton Tinker with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Bracton? As we're going to get ready to go to battle here. Heat race number 2 out there on the racetrack. Starting on the pole, it is the 33 machine of Luke Zampich. Is outside in the 307. That is Merlin Sorensen, and down the inside, row number 3, the 32 of Pacer Popham. Caden back to his outside with Maurice Meyer in the 57, and PJ Popham bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race number 2 as we go back to green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. Luke Zampich quickly onto the left pedal, looking to try to run away with this one. He gets a big lead down into corner number 3, but here comes Merlin Sorensen trying to hunt him down. It's up into the outside fence, goes to 32. The WB Creative Designs ride of Pacer Popham down pit side. No caution flag after a hard hit right there. For Pacer Popham is out in front. Luke Zampich leading the way here in this one. Merlin Sorensen right there in position number 2 with PJ Popham. They're in position number 3. Maurice Meyer and Caden back bringing up the top 5 here in heat race number 2 as Zampich continue to lead the way here in this one. Zampich looking very, very strong here this evening as he's got that 33 right hooked up. It's right there behind him. Merlin Sorensen, PJ Popham trying to hunt him down. PJ usually one of the better drivers in these sprint cars, and he's showing some good strength here late in this heat race as he's all over the back push bar of that 307 as Merlin Sorensen trying to hunt down that 33 right on Luke Zampich as well. We get a great battle here towards the front of the field. Contact! PJ Popham into our race leader, the 33 ride. Parked here on the 2 machine of PJ Popham. Merlin Sorensen with some heavy contact as well into the outside wall. Was able to keep on rolling. Oh no. The caution flag is going to fly here in this one. Oh no, that is a tough break right there for not only our race leader, Luke Zampich, but for good run there of Merlin Sorensen. A good run there going for PJ Popham as he just sends it in down low, trying to maybe slide the 307. Unfortunately, sends it in a little too far. Slides right into that left rear tire of the 33 ride. And then here comes the 307 into that as well. And oh my gosh, I don't know how the 307 did not go upside down right there. It busted up right front though. Gets up into the outside wall as well as you see body panels and wings and everything else go flying around the racetrack there in a tough break for a couple of these drivers as caution flag going to come out right there. Definitely not how this number 2 ride wanted this to go as he drives it in deep down into corner number 3. Unfortunately, drives it in a little bit too deep and flies right into the 33 ride. And oh, that is a tough break. And 3 tore up race cars right there. A heartbreaker here for these drivers as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to battle here as Maurice Meyer is going to consume the lead here. Caden back into position number 2. Luke Zampich there in 3rd with Merlin Sorensen there in 4th. PJ Popham and Pacer Popham both down pit side as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go back to green flag racing. Whew, sorry there, chat. I had to sneeze real quick. Oh my. Alrighty, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing, here's Maurice Meyer back onto the left pedal, looking to try to run away with this one after getting gifted the race lead here in this heat race. As you see the 33 of Luke Zampich all over the back bumper there of Caden back as Luke trying to work himself back to the front of the field here. Still pretty good damage on that 33 ride. And some more contact back there as Merlin Sorensen gets it a little deep, gets into Caden back. They're both able to keep their rides going in the right direction, keep on going. No caution flag as Maurice Meyer out in front here, continuing to lead the way, but Luke Zampich trying to jump back out in front as he's trying to hunt down that 57 ride, trying to put that 33 ride back out in front as right there, looking to the outside, looking for a big run here out of that 33 machine as they go almost door to door down at a quarter number 4 here for another lap as Zampich trying to ramp up the intensity here at the front of the field, trying to pick up the checkered flag. Merlin Sorensen trying to hunt both those drivers down as out of corner number 4. White flag is going to fly and give the advantage that time by the start-finish line to the 33 ride of Luke Zampich. So Zampich sticking strong out there on the racetrack and not giving up. Here's the 33 machine out in front at a corner number 4. He's going to pick up heat race win number 2 on the evening. So Luke Zampich out in front, Maurice Meyer, Merlin Sorensen, Caden back, PJ Popham and Pacer Popham rounding out the field there in heat race number 2 as we'll get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 going to get lined up here on the front stretch and ready to rock and roll as Bragton Tinker cheered on Caden back right there in that one. Tigger Lee says, let's go, baby, let's go. How are you, Tigger? Hopefully you're having yourself a great evening. Steve Walker coming in, dropping that like on the stream. Josh Floyd with the like as well. Kelly Blix coming in, showing the love again with that thumbs up here in the second race of the evening for the Montana iRacing League as heat race number 3 about to get underway. Starting on the pole in that 9 ride, that is Corey Wormling to his outside in the ARA Racing Products number 43 C machine. That is Casey Duran, the 1-foot man there in position number 2. Our race winner in the late models just moments ago, it is the Auto Works Repair and More BBI number 86 ride of Patrick Lemire there in 3rd. Into his outside in the 85 ride, that is Patches Be Fast. Starting in position number 5, it's another one of those Lemire Racing rides as the MNB Race Bodies number 185 ride there in position number 5 into his outside. In the 43 machine, that is Terrell Wheeler. So 6 more drivers ready to go to battle here in heat race number 3 as Dylan Stevenson coming in with the like, Cody Horton coming in, dropping that heart reaction as we get ready to go back to battle here at Volusia Speedway Park, a beautiful facility here, keeping us all entertained here over this weekend as back-to-back races last night and back-to-back races here this evening for the Montana iRacing League here from Volusia Speedway Park as our final heat race of the weekend going to get underway. The 9 rider Corey Wormling quickly trying to run away with this one. He's trying to keep that 9 ride out in front, but he gets a little squirrely there off of corner number 2. That's going to open up the door here down low for the 43 of Casey Duran. Duran, unfortunately, not getting the run he needed as they go door to door down across the start-finish line. Door to door here through corner 3 and 4 as one driver parked sideways. That was Terrell Wheeler here sideways in corner 1 and 2. Looks like some pretty good damage to the 43 machine as the caution flag is going to fly. We'll take a look and see what happened here. Due to Terrell starting at the back of the pack here, looking for a big restart, and unfortunately, not the way he wanted things to get started. Oh, Patrick Lemire. Not Patrick, that was Zane Lemire in the 185 ride. This looks like he gets very, very loose on the bottom side of the racetrack here. See him right there, gets very loose, maybe gets into that inside wall, possibly shoots up the racetrack and over the nose of the Red Line Designs and number 43 ride. Some heavy, heavy damage right there for Terrell Wheeler, and front nose getting busted off of it. Unfortunately, some heavy, heavy damage for the 43 machine, and he's going to park it there and get ready to jump back out onto the racetrack. They got the backup car in here and ready to rock and roll. Yo, Anthony Karf coming in, showing the love here with the like on the stream. Luke Zampich coming in with that share as well. Anthony coming in with that share himself here as Aspen Russell says, Kayla Valentine, it's the real deal. The real deal. We always like the real deal. There's always real deals here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Cody says, I've got to be too early in the morning too. I've got to be too early in the morning too. What do you mean? You got to be up early in the morning as well? But Cody, aren't you mountain time? Isn't it still like early for you guys? Isn't it 9 o'clock? It's 11:06 already for me here in Ontario. Okay, so it's already pretty late, but I'm used to it. You know, we're usually. No, you lied? You lied? You lied? Oh, no. Don't lie. No, I'm just kidding. Aspen Russell with the heart reaction on the stream. Darius Richard Brent coming in with that share on the stream as well as we get ready to go back to battle here in this one as these drivers stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go. Back to Green Flag Racing. Heat race number 3. Going to get back into action as Casey Durant, Corey Wormling, Patrick Lemire, Patches Be Fast, Terrell Wheeler, and Zane Lemire bringing up the rear of the field. As the green flag flies, I don't know what's happened to the 43 ride. Casey Durant, I don't even know what to say on that restart, chat. I don't even know what to say. What the just happened? What just happened there? Did the 1-foot man lose his foot or something, or did like what? Did he run out of gas? The car's still turned on. He's still rolling. I don't know what might have just happened right there, Chad. I'm not 100% sure. He's still got power in the car, so I'm not sure what happened here on this restart, but the 43 ride, Casey Durant just slow on the racetrack here as we get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Just the outside fires. Casey just never fires, just slow here. And you see the 86 and the 185 just right there on his back bumper pushing him here. Nowhere they can go, and they get parked right onto his back bumper and tied together there themselves as the Lemires. And I'm not sure how to explain what just happened right there. I really don't have words for that one. But nonetheless, we'll get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here. I wanted to sound cool. You wanted to sound cool. Hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting to sound cool, that's for certain. Too much alcohol for Cody. Never enough alcohol for Cody, unfortunately. Wow, what's up, Ryan Valentine up to? Yes, sir. What's Ryan Valentine up to? That's a big question right there. That's the Louisiana Public Education coming through, big dog. Oh God, the Louisiana Public Education coming through. Words are tough sometimes, okay? I'll give you that one. Words are tough sometimes. As we are back to Green Flag Racing, this one looking a little bit better here on this restart as out in front, Corey Wormling leading the way here. Corey out in front showing these drivers how to get it done here in heat race number 3. As heat race number 3 been a little bit of an up and down one here, a little bit of craziness that's unfolded here, but Corey Wormling trying to hold down the fourth, but here comes Terrell Wheeler. Wheeler looking to try to jump up into the top spot here in heat race number 3. Is Terrell Wheeler gonna jump up and take this race lead away? So Wheeler, who had some issues on the opening lap, has worked himself up to the front of the field here after a few more caution flags, and he's got that 43 machine hooked up here and jumping out in front, but slowly but surely, here comes Patrick Lemire trying to hunt him down. Lemire showing some great speed here out of that 86 ride, and right there with him, the 43C Casey Durant there in position number 4, looking for more. Patches Be Fast back there in position number 5, and Zane Lemire off the racetrack, unfortunately, for the 185 ride as Terrell Wheeler continuing to lead the way here in that 43 ride. Casey Durant now taking a look down low here underneath of Patrick Lemire as they battle here for position number 3. Trying to reel in that 9 ride of Corey Wormling as Wormling trying to hold on to position number 2 on the racetrack as he's still trying to hunt down that 43 ride, trying to figure out a way to get back up and around the 43 machine of Terrell Wheeler as Wheeler and in front. Gonna see the white flag fly one more time around here for Terrell Wheeler. Wheeler down through 1 and 2 for the final time here with our heat race with the Montana iRacing League this weekend. The 43 ride of Terrell Wheeler gonna pick up heat race win number 3. Corey Wormling there in second. Patrick Lemire there in position number 3 with Casey Durant, Patches Be Fast, and Zane Lemire rounding out the field. Yo, my boy Chris Pilo coming in showing the love, says someone forgot to hit the loud pedal. They definitely forgot to hit the loud pedal there for the 43C machine on that restart. My boy Chris Pilo coming in, setting it off with the 200-star donation. I appreciate you, Chris, coming in, setting it off here in this one, dropping the 200-star bomb. Let's get a hashtag Pilo up in the chat here. Missy Chris, I'm we need you back in the Outcast Racing League, brother. I don't know what happened there, or if you're just taking some time off or whatnot, but we miss you out there on the racetrack in the Outcast League, brother. And we need to get you back out there on the sim and get you back into the action there. My boy Frank Fonda coming in with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Frank? Frank coming in, showing the love here in this one. As Cody Horton says, bad education, but a smoking hot cousin. What's up? What's up? What's up? You got a smoking hot cousin? No, as long as you're just kissing cousins, that's it. Just kissing cousins. I guess it's okay. From Louisiana, it's okay down there. Always supportive of the best streaming guy out there. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, Chris, coming in, showing the love, my dude. Always appreciate your support, homie, coming in, showing the big love again here tonight. This one is these drivers out there on the racetrack. They're going to get a quick warm-up session in. They're going to make sure their rides are A-OK and ready to rock and roll, and they're going to try to work out all the bugs they have here this evening. As Thomas Odinson coming in, showing the love. Thomas dropping the heart reaction on the stream. I appreciate you, Thomas, coming in, showing the love here in this one. Why go across the town when you can go across the hall? Oh, God. Oh, God. Horton's nephew is also his son. Wow. But yeah, that's a tough one right there. That's a tough one right there. I mean, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? I had some crazy cool opportunities come up for me that has me super busy with Elite Performance Industry setup. Let's go. Let's go, brother. Hey, you know what? It's always moving on to bigger, better things, and whatever makes you know, your time on the simulator that much better, or moves you in your career that much farther, and gives you those cool opportunities to advance yourself in life, brother. Always take those opportunities. Always, you know, as much as, you know, we like seeing you out there, maybe, you know, in the future we'll see you back out there, but for right now, you do what you got to do, homie. And when it comes to, you know, working for Elite Performance Industries and making some sounds for those guys, that's a big role. That's a big role. And Elites, you know, they kind of got the stranglehold. They're one of the top-notch teams to you know, run for pavement stuff and everything else. So it's always pretty cool. My boy Chris Pilo coming in with the like on the stream as well, brother. I appreciate you coming in, showing the love. As yeah, that one's that's a tough one though. Horton's nephew is also his son. Horton, that's wild, brother. I'll pop in now and again. I know you will, Chris. I know you will. You usually do. Usually you do. I usually see you at least once a week in the Outcast League. Usually pop in, show some love there with those guys out there on the racetrack, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you always coming in, showing the love, my dude. Always appreciate you coming in, showing the love. As, man, and that's wild. Fun fact, Aspen Russell has 6 toes on 1 foot in webbed feet. Oh, my. Oh, my. We're diving deep into the gene pool here, aren't we? Okay. We're jumping deep into that one. Talking about webbed feet, extra toes, nephews being sons and whatnot. That is, this is a conversation I didn't think we'd ever have it on stream. That's for certain. Talking about incest and stuff like that. That is absolutely wild. To anyone else that's watching from Louisiana, I know I got a few followers and friends that are from Louisiana. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't been to Louisiana, so I can't vouch for it, but Cody, I guess, has a first-hand experience. I left the video and got a notification of this. Yes, you did. You got a notification of us talking about some incest stuff here on the chat, okay? Cousins being brothers and sisters being uncles, and I don't even know where we're at now at this point. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, these drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. They're going to get some practice in. We're going to get a quick drink and get ready to rock and roll for our main feature event that's about to get underway here in just a few more moments. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't go anywhere as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. And yo, Pilo, my boy, I didn't even realize I just had YouTube opened up there. My boy Chris Pilo coming in as well over on YouTube with the $5 super chat as well. Are you kidding me, Chris? Are you kidding me, brother? Absolute hype up in the chat right now again for my boy Chris Pilo. Kilo coming in with the $5 super chat donation over there on YouTube. Coming in with the big D here in this one, my boy. I appreciate you. Let's get a hashtag Kilo up in the chat once again for my boy Chris Kilo coming and setting it off. Not only over here on Facebook, but also coming in showing the big love over there on YouTube with that $5 super chat. Go, baby. Let's go. I appreciate you, Chris, coming in, showing the big, big love here in this one. Oh, baby! This is going to be a great race. I got a sneaky suspicion this is going to be the best race of the weekend. I think these guys are going to put on a wild show, a wild race for us, and we're going to see some crazy action here. Hopefully not as many caution flags, but definitely some crazy, crazy action. Peacekeepers as our token can drop a solid. Sorry for us. Oh my gosh, words are tough. Words are tough. Oh yeah, Cody Horton's dads are brothers. His dads are brothers. He's got two dads and they're brothers. Wait, what? Horton hides his grandma's false name. Oh my, that is wild. Jay's subject, Mikey Leach, finished 6th at the 75 lap UMP modified race today. Let's go, let's go. Mikey with another big run, another big race. Let's go. Thumbs up into the chat. A huge congratulations to Mikey Leach with another big run and good race there in those UMP modifieds. Can you write in English? God damn, I know, right, Aspen? I don't speak Korean, okay? I don't understand. Is at Canuck. Okay, Canuck. Okay, so see, it's spelled way different. Canuck is actually spelled like that kind of deal. No, I think I messed it up too there. There we go. So that's how you actually spell Canuck. Yo, Candom Nearing coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream as well. Candom coming in, dropping it in like it's hot here in this one. Frostback? Frostback? I don't know what's Frostback? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What's Frostback? But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get a drink into me, and then we're going to get ready here for our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments. Our A-Main about to get underway. I'm going to get a quick drink, and we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our main show. A Canadian? Yes. Yes, I am a Canadian. What the? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Aspen. I don't think I've ever heard a Canadian referred to before as a frostback. That's a new one to me. That's a new one to me. Oh no, D left the chat. D left the chat. Why isn't D ripping? He the only actual sprint car driver in the Montana League? Oh no. The only real sprint car driver not in attendance again here tonight, as Dick not in here to show these drivers how to get it done, as he had a great look right there at Cody Blix's ride, as this car looking very fresh out there on the racetrack, as very beautiful Cody Blix ride looking fresh out there on the track, as out of here, street shitter. Out of here, street shitter. Yeah, exactly. Deleted that person. Great. Now you got a scammer in here. Yeah, some scammer in here. They try to jump in all the time. You know, when you get popular like us here on PeaceMaker Gaming, you get those people to jump in and try to promote fake racing channels to get clicks or whatever else. And sometimes you just got to yeet them and delete them. Get them the fuck out of here and get them gone. Get them gone, as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here with our main feature event here in just a few more moments, as practice coming to a close. That means we're going to get ready to rock and roll. That means we're going to get ready to go here. 40 laps of racing action here this evening as these drivers get loaded into the sim and ready to rock and roll. Caleb Valentine, this is Cody's car with Big Cody in it. Laugh out loud. Cody's woman, yeah. As we'll get ready to rock and roll here, starting on the pole in the number 78 Ryan. That is Joseph Brooks starting in the top spot. To his outside in the 33Z machine, that is Luke Zampich. Starting in position number 3 in the 43, that is the ride of Terrell Wheeler. Into his outside in the West Side Designs in Signs 3D Racing, House of Speed, Norwood Sim Sport 77, that's Warren Samoy. Starting in position number 5 in the 57 ride, that is Maurice Meyer. In the 9 ride of Corey Wormling there to his outside in position number 6. The 37 of Joey Price there in 7th with Caden back to his outside in position number 8. Then we see the BBI machine, the Montana iRacing League, number 86 of Patrick Lemire there in 9th. And the 62 of Dylan Stevenson to his outside in position number 10. Merlin Sorensen starting there in 11th with Casey Duran, the 1-foot man, there in position number 12. Cody Blix there in 13th with PJ Popham, his outside in the 14th position. In the 85 ride of Patches, B Fast, Vernon Hill, Zane Lemire, and Pacer Popham bringing up the rear of the field as we get ready to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. As our main feature event is about to get underway, Joseph Brooks quickly onto the loud pedal. He's going to send us loose here this evening from Volusia Speedway Park. Quickly, Joseph Brooks out in front looking to try to open up a gap as here comes Terrell Wheeler and the caution flag is going to fly. Caution flag going to come out as it looks like Joey Price and Patrick Lemire having some issues deeper in the field here as they're definitely trying to win it here on the first lap, and unfortunately 86 ride is going to get tied up here with the 37 as they get together there in corner number 2. The caution flag is going to fly. I do believe the 86 just going to send it in there a little bit too far, a little bit too hard here. See him down the bottom left there in that green and black car as he slides up a little bit. The 37 kind of coming down the rear end, kind of snapping loose on him here just ever so slightly. They're just going to come together, get tied together, and parked up on top of each other here. And around goes the 37, almost upside down goes Patrick Lemire as he hits the inside wall and spins around himself as caution flag number 1 going to fly here again this evening on our opening lap as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll. Remember, can't win it on the first lap. Unfortunately, they're trying though. They're trying. Caleb Valentine coming in, says top flight, C12 keeping me busy. Let's go. There's nothing wrong with that. Is Karina, hopefully I'm saying that right, Karina Shader coming in, dropping the like on the stream here as well. Karina coming in, showing the love. Some matching that thumbs up as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here. We'll try this start all over again as Joseph Brooks and Luke Zampich 1 and 2. Terrell Wheeler there in 3rd. Warren Samoy there in 4th as my boy Rich Murtaugh, Mr. Murtaugh coming back in. Rich coming in, dropping the 500 big ones here in this one. My boy coming in, setting it off. I appreciate you, Rich, coming in, setting it off here in this one. The big 500-star dono and the like on the stream and the share on the stream coming in, setting it off. Let's get a hashtag Rich up in the chat here as Mr. Murtaugh coming in, setting it off as we set these drivers off once again here this evening as the sprint cars underway here from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. As quickly out in front, it is that 78 ride as some contact deeper in the field, but it's Joseph Brooks leading the way here on lap number 1 as you see some body panels back there on the back straight away. No caution flag for debris as everyone trying to make it through there, everyone trying to keep their cars pointed in the right direction. No caution flag, and that's what we like to see. Clean and green here here, and out in front, the 78 rider Joseph Brooks leads the way. Luke Sampins right there in position number 2. Terrell Wheeler trying to hang on to third here as the 77 rider Warren Samoy trying to work himself up into that third position. Corey Worthling there in position number 5. Stars are on now. Yeah, stars are on now. Sometimes it's just Facebook. Sometimes it's just a little buggy. Sometimes it just, for some reason, doesn't pop up, or other things pop up instead. And fortunately, a caution flag going to fly here again in this one as the caution flag coming out once again. We'll take a look back and see what happened as Casey Durand, the 1-foot man, the 1-foot bandit, out there on the racetrack trying to keep his car rocking and rolling. It looks like he's going to get into it here a little bit. Oh, the 1H ride-up. Vernon Hill slides up the racetrack and tail takes him there. And then, oh, the 85, I do believe that was Patches Be Fast, comes in and flips the 43 up there against the outside fence and tears that car apart. As we'll take another look at it here, the 1H right there on the bottom side. Trying to battle here with the 43s. He sends it down into corner number 1 and see the 5-6 graphics. Number 1H ride of Vernon Hill, just car not wanting to turn. Finally, it kicks out, and unfortunately, it's already too late as he's sliding up the racetrack right into the 43 here of Casey Durand. A hard hit there for Casey, and then slowly but surely, Patches Be Fast going to come into this one, and Patches, unfortunately, just going to jump up here and clip the number 43 ride right about here. Oh, and that was a heavy hit right there for Patches Be Fast as he gets hard into that number 43 machine, and a tore-up race car there for Patches, a tore-up race car for Casey Durand as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing as we take a look back at this number 85 ride of Patches Be Fast. After the contact here, he can get into the wall there a little bit, which might have helped out, maybe some damage himself, not being able to turn the car, and fortunately as he goes upside down, loses the top wing. You see the right front absolutely busted apart. You see this car just crab walking itself down the back straightaway here. Oh man, that thing's seen some better days. That car's seen some better days. Show Cody's car. Oh, we'll show Cody's car. We'll show Cody's car right now as we're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing and get a good look at this number. Here is here, the 28 machine of Cody Blix, as we'll take a good look at his car here. There you go. It's pretty easy to point out. It's pretty easy to see that number 28 ride of Cody Blix out there on the racetrack, sporting a very, very special paint scheme here this evening in that 28 ride, looking very, very fresh once again as we got them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to battle here in this one. Is out in front, the 78 rider Joseph Brooks going to see the green flag fly here once again as we set them back loose here at Volusia Speedway Park. Is out in front, that is Joseph Brooks continuing to lead the way. Is Terrell Wheeler right there in position number 2. Looking to try to jump up and pick up the checkered flag here himself in that 43 machine. As Luke Sandwich there in position number 3 in the 33 as Warren Savoy and PJ Popham right there with him as Popham is slowly but surely continuing to work himself towards the front of the field as we see the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. So cautions, breeding cautions here once again, as this time looks like Merlin Sorensen and Corey Wormling going to come together here as a couple more drivers tied up, and see what happens. Corey Wormling down low, though. Looks like he's going to get a little nudge there from Vernon Hill that just launches up the racetrack into the 307. Merlin Sorensen, unfortunately, Merlin no luck there for the 307 ride as they get contact, they get tied together, and fortunately here for Merlin, just nothing he can do. He's trying to get around the 9 ride. They make contact right there and then get hit again and hard into that inside wall, and heavy damage there for the 307 ride and for the 9 ride as well. As we'll get them ready to rock and roll here once again as Caleb Valentine says, "Go Cody, it's your birthday." It is definitely his birthday, that is for certain. Got some Cody Horton on it. That's his, all right. That's his. Let's make the stars rain, says Cody Horton. Cody coming in, showing the love here in this one, says let's make it rain. Yes, Sirski, we always just make it rain, baby. Rain, make it rain. No, I'm just kidding. You guys have sent way too many stars here this weekend. You guys have been going absolutely crazy. I appreciate each and every one of you. That's one sexy shirtless motherfucker on the wing. Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is. Shirtless motherfucker on the wing. We like that. Come on, son. Joseph Brooks, Carol Brooks cheering on son Joe out there on the racetrack, continuing to lead the way here in this one. Was looking for a good run and a strong race there in the late models. Didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to, but was able to bounce back late in that race and have a good run. But so far here in this one, he's been the reflection of perfection himself here, as he's been able to keep that number 78 ride out in front and not letting anyone get a good look here underneath of him as he continues to hit these restarts perfectly as the pace truck down pit side. We're going to go back to green flag racing as a slow and steady pace there across the start finish line for the 78 ride as Joseph Brooks out in front. Terrell Wheeler trying to get there to hit inside. Zampin, PJ Bombam, and Ward Samoy rounding out our top five as Terrell Wheeler down low, getting a little bit squirrely there as he's trying to hang on to that 43 ride as Joseph Brooks continues to lead the way. The 43 kicking the rear end out here as they're going to go 3 wide back there behind our race leader. A little bit of 3 wide. There is, oh, the 43 almost launched itself into the 78. That's exactly what we saw take out the 78 ride in our late model race. Was that exact same move. The car behind him sent him in there a little bit deeper into corner number 3, got into his left rear tire and spun him around as we are going to see the caution flag fly here in this one as Patch is pretty fast in the 85 ride. Having some issues here again as Patch is battling here with the 85 machine, but looks like he's going to slide up the racetrack and gets into the side of the 37 and Joey Price, and as he gets into Joey Price, gets down into the inside wall and stop there on the racetrack for a quick moment, and that will bring the caution flag back out here in this one. Yo, Dean Reynolds, my boy Dean coming in, showing the love. What's good, Dean? Dean coming in, dropping that like on the stream and giving us a let's go. Let's go, Dean. How are you, my dude? Coming in, showing the love here in this one as, whew, some late night racing here as we're slowly but surely creeping up on midnight here on the East Coast, and we got a lot of racing action left to go here as these drivers ready to rock and roll. My boy Dean coming in, showing the love as with the let's go over there on YouTube as well. Dean coming in, showing the love there on both the channels here this evening. Coming in on Facebook and YouTube as Callie Blanks. Callie coming in, setting it off here again. Callie coming in with the 500-star donation. Are you kidding me, Kelly? Kelly coming in, showing the big love here in this one. I appreciate you again, Mr. Blix, coming in, dropping another 500-star bomb here tonight in this one. Absolutely crazy. I appreciate you, my boy, coming in, showing the love. Steven Stefanski coming in with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Steven? How you doing, my boy? Coming in, showing the love here in this one. Hopefully you're ready for a crazy Monday evening with some of the, some of the big enduro racing action that we're going to see in the Dirt Street Stocks Monday nights with some big long races, 4 wide starts, some crazy action on Mondays here over the next little while. Cody Horton says, Kelly making it rain, he says. Yes, sir, Kelly making it absolutely rain here tonight in this one as we are back to green flag racing. Joseph Brooks with the restart he wanted as he's got PJ Pompam right there behind him in position number 2 as PJ trying to hunt him down as Terrell Wheeler still trying to hang on to this number 43 machine. It's gonna be good, Aaron, I promise. Listen, I know it's gonna be good. Dustin and the boys, you guys always put on a great show. No matter if there's 5 cars on the racetrack or 50 cars on the racetrack, it's always a good time, and I'm sure we're gonna see some crazy action and a lot of fun there in that one as well for 125 lap features. We see one driver up in the outside wall. That is Dylan Stevenson, and that is going to bring the caution flag out. He gets stopped up there in corner 1 and 2 in a tough break there for Dylan Stevenson as we will take a look back and see what happened here to this number 62. Is not sure. Looks like he's already got the damage on this car here. Is right. Left front is absolutely busted up here. I'm not sure what happened to him. Looks like him and Cody Blixt coming together here as see if we can get another angle at this one. It looks like Blixt and the 62 with Dylan Stevenson just coming together. A little bit of tight battling, some tight racing here. Blixt right in the middle. Casey Duran there to the outside, and the 62 just kind of gets straightened out. And unfortunately, as he gets straightened out, he gets up into that number 28 ride, and they kind of just get tied together and kind of glued to each other here and on top of each other, inside of each other, as that definitely does not sound right, as they kind of get glitched into each other there, and unfortunately just can't work off each other, and then hard into the inside wall goes Blix and that 62 ride of Dylan Stevenson, and see that whole front end of Stevenson's car just gets absolutely busted up here as he keeps on rolling. Unfortunately, the car not doing what he wants it to do here. You can see that left front tire up in the air, not even close to touching the ground here. Unfortunately, the whole right front just busted up there and sends it down into corner number 1 and 2, and has to get stopped on the racetrack because the car won't turn, and that will bring out the caution flag as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go back to green flag racing as the lights back off the official iRacing base truck, and we're going to get ready to go back to battle here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to jump into a very quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up, as I do have to go pee here quick, so I'm going to go to the bathroom here real fast, as we're going to get ready for a quick Crank It Up, and we're going to get ready for the sights and sounds of these 305 sprint cars from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. Caution flag quickly coming back out here. We will take a look and see what happens. It looks like Zane Lemire having some issues here in the 185 ride. Obviously, the 9 ride right there as well. Corey Wormling getting tied up in that one, as we will take a look back and see what happens here between these two. Is another slide job possibly gone wrong here? I don't know what might have happened, as 185 just looks like he washes up the racetrack almost into the outside fence, and the 9 ride just comes in with a whole head of steam and unfortunately just drives into the side of the 185 ride, and they just get absolutely tied in together, twisted together here down the back straightaway, and they just keep pushing each other farther and farther and farther, then into the inside or outside wall there on the back straightaway, and some heavy damage as somehow or another, both those rides are literally in the exact same place and the exact same time, as they were kind of fused together there, and a ton of damage for both drivers and a couple tore up race cars again here, as we'll get another look at it and see what happened again to these two, as unfortunately here, heavy contact as the 185 having to check up from getting into the outside fence. Unfortunately, the 9 ride never slowing down, and they go in there with a full head of steam, man. They went in there fast into that outside wall, and some heavy damage for the 9 ride of Corey Wormling and for the number 185 of Zane Lemire, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one, as out in front it's now PJ Palpan with the race lead, as PJ able to jump up and take that race lead away from Joseph Brooks there during that Crank It Up, as Joseph looking to try to jump back into the top spot. It's a great restart right there for PJ Popham. That's exactly what he was needing right there. Was a big restart to open up a big gap here down the back straightaway between himself and Joseph Brooks. Warren Samoy right there in position number 3 as Brooks getting a little bit loose here. The 43 ride of Darrell Wheeler working himself back up towards the front of the field. Darrell down low, though, again, a little loose down through 1 and 2 is the 78 ride. Going to stay in second with Warren Samoy trying to hang on to third here as the 86 ride up inside the top 10 here. The 86 of Patrick Lemire right there in position number 7 and currently looking to keep on rocking and rolling towards the front of the field. He's got the 57 of Reeds Meyer right there in front of him, and Luke Zampich up inside the top 5 and some contact. Cody Blinks tied up right there with the number 1H of Vernon Hill. They all got kind of screwed up right there, but no caution flag as Blix was parked sideways right there on the 1H ride. We see some more contact right there as the 37 ride of Joey Price trying to work himself back up towards the front of the field here. Unfortunately for Price, he's missing a front wing on that 37 ride and simply not getting enough aerodynamics onto that car as everyone back here beating and banging and battling here in these sprint cars. As in front, it's all PJ Popham. As Popham once again in these sprint cars putting on a show. He is absolutely a man on a mission here in these 305 sprint cars. He's figured something out in these ones, and he's figured something out here late in this race. Is that 2 ride out in front now by over 2 seconds here over Joseph Brooks. And Brooks back there in position number 2, continuing to see that orange and blue black ride continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller out of his windshield here. And unfortunately, he's trying to hunt down PJ Popham, but Popham continuing to stretch his lead. Warren Samoy right there in position number 3 with Terrell Wheeler solidly there in position number 4 and looking for more as Patrick Lemire's found himself up inside the top 5 now as he's worked himself around Maurice Meyer and Luke Zampich as Zampich back to position number 6 here in that 33 ride. Maurice Meyer there in 7th. Casey Duran, the 1-foot man, there in position number 8 with Merlin Sorensen there in 9th and Vernon Hill rounding out our top 10 as the caution flag is going to fly again here as Zane Lemire and Joey Price coming together here as take a look back and see what happened again here as Lemire catching up to the back bumper here of that 37 ride. The 37 no front wing. Fortunately not getting the grip he needs as the 185 slides up the racetrack there in corner number 4. Looking to try to get a big run here on that 37 ride, but down into corner number 1 and 37 getting a little loose there. No downforce and oh, a heavy hit right there. Upside down, end over end goes Zane Lemire in a heavy hit right there for the 185 ride as him and 37 coming together. 37, no front wing, no front downforce, just unfortunately gets loose here in corner number 1 and 2 and gets a little sideways. Lemire, the whole head of steam gets right into the side of him. Unfortunately, they get timed together into the outside fence and upside down goes that 185 ride as we will take a look at what happened here from the driver's seat of that 185 ride. Anyone that has vertigo or anything else, you might not want to watch this one as this is going to be a wild ride right here. The 185 ride is whoop! Oh baby, oh, grass, and not the sight you want to see here for the 185 machine as we'll get them lined up and ready to go back to battle here in this one. It's PJ Popham out in front, Joseph Brooks right there in position number 2, Warren Samoy there in 3rd, Terrell Wheeler and Patrick Lemire rounding out our top 5. Green says, ouch, wild ride sums it up right there as a wild, vicious flip right there for the 185 ride of Zane Lemire. And unfortunately, he's down pit side here, and I don't think we're going to see him come back out onto the racetrack anytime soon as the crew goes to work trying to get that car back into one piece and back out there onto the racetrack. We'll see if he can rejoin the field here throughout this one or if he's going to call it an evening and keep that ride down pit side. We got him lined up and ready to go back to battle. The 2 ride of PJ Popham down through corner number 3 and at a corner number 4. He's going to see the green flag fly here once again. So Popham back onto the lap pedal looking to run away with this one as PJ out in front has Joseph Brooks right there in position number 2 trying to hunt him down. Before that caution flag, had a big 2.2-second lead here over our second-place driver, Joseph Brooks here. It's Brooks right there with the 77 ride. Warren Samoy continue to see that 2 ride get smaller and smaller and smaller, and PJ Popham looking at it reenact that as he's out in front, looking at trying to run away with this one and trying to keep that 2 machine pointed in the right direction here for the rest of the evening to pick up yet again another checkered flag. As this race slowly but surely coming to a close here that time by, we're going to see 11 laps left to go as my boy Joshua Neal coming in, showing the love. How are you, Joshua? Joshua coming in, dropping the thumbs up on the broadcast. How are you, my boy? Coming in, showing the love here in this one, dropping the thumbs up as some great racing action here all evening long. These guys continuing to put on a great show here for us. Race after race after race, continuing to make these things, let's say, let alone interesting. Maybe a little bit too many caution flags, but nonetheless, they put on an absolute amazing effort here for each and every one of us to enjoy. And right now, PJ Popham looking to try to pick up the checkered flag. We've seen some craziness unfold, though, late in these races. That'd be a late race caution flag or drivers running out of fuel or anything else is a possibility here in the sprint cars as PJ Popham out in front, continuing to lead the way over Joseph Brooks, Warren Samoy, Terrell Wheeler right there in position number 4 and looking for more as Patrick Lemire trying to jump up here to the outside of the number 43 is, oh, contact! Up into the outside fence goes Joseph Brooks. Brooks hard into the outside fence and the caution flag is going to fly. Heavy damage here for Joseph Brooks, our second place driver here. Unfortunately, some heavy damage. We will take a look back and see what happened here as him and Warren Samoy battling door to door here. I don't think any contact between these two. I don't know if 78 just gets, oh, he gets loose right there. The car breaks traction. He watches up the racetrack and then bam, pancakes that outside fence and some heavy right front damage there, getting into that outside wall, and a tough break for the 78 ride as he heads down into corner number 1. More contact, more damage being dealt there as you just can't get that 78 ride to turn left. And fortunately here on Dirt Oval, that's the one thing you need to be able to do is turn left. And fortunately some heavy damage there. Tough break for our second place drivers. He'll rejoin the field. Unfortunately, all the way back there in the 13th position as of right now. So he's got a lot of ground to make up here to try to get himself back inside the top 5, even back inside the top 3. And he's got a lot of very fast, talented drivers that he's got to try to jump up and get around as PJ Popham continuing to lead the way here in this one. PJ showing these drivers how to get it done as the 2 ride out in front, looking very good here this evening as this number 2 looking to pick up yet again another checkered flag. He's got 5 more laps left to go this next time by the start finish line. We take the green flag, we're going to set him loose, and now it's a Saturday night under the lights shootout here, a 5-lap dash for cash here this evening as these drivers are going to duke it out here for the final 5 laps of the night to see who's going to pick up the win here in this one. As down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, the green flag going to fly back out into the air here for that 2 machine of PJ Popham. Sorry, there is 6 more laps left to go here for PJ to get it done as PJ down the back straightaway looking to try to open up this lead more and more as down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. He's going to see the high 5 from the flagman. 5 more laps left to go for PJ Popham. Warren Samoy there in second with Terrell Wheeler right there in position number 3 trying to hold off Patrick Lemire is Lemire right there in position number 4 and looking for more with Luke Sampich there in position number 5. Vernon Hill up into that 6th position with JC Duran there in 7th. Merlin Sorensen there in 8th. Cody Blix in 9th. And Pacer Popham rounding out our top 10. Joseph Brooks and Joey Price duking it out back here for the 11th position on the racetrack as Brooks trying to work himself back up towards the front of the field here and trying to salvage a decent night for that 78 right after that last caution flag and that last mistake as See something going on here. Casey Durand off the racetrack now himself, as out in front, PJ Popham having himself an evening here as the two-ride out in front has picked up 13 positions on the evening, but Warren Samoy trying to hang right there with him in position number 2 as we see that white flag fly one more time around here for PJ Popham, as Popham for the final time here this weekend. Down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4, PJ Popham's gonna pick up the checkered flag here this evening, as Popham's gonna get it done and pick up the final checkered flag of the weekend here for the Montana iRacing League. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner as Popham gets it done and gets the win as he's going to pull it up into the Volusia Speedway Park victory lane. What a run and what a drive there out of that 2 machine. A good run and a good drive here for PJ Popham. Puts him up in victory lane again as we'll get ready to pull our top 3 in for some post-race interviews, as Warren Samoy in second and Terrell Wheeler there in position number 3 with Patrick Lemire and Luke Zampich rounding out our top 5. The fireworks going off in the background here. We'll wait for our top 3 to jump up into the broadcast waiting room here. Looks like we'll pull in our race winner, PJ Popham. Here's PJ picking up the win. We're going to pull him in here for his post-race interview. Hey, PJ, it's Aaron up here on the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I got you.
PJ, man, what a run, what a drive as you were able to work that number 2 ride up through the field here. Not the heat race you wanted as you were back starting in the 14th position, but slowly but surely you're able to dodge some carnage, some crashes out there on the racetrack, and make some big passes here with some tough competition at the front of the field to pick up 13 spots on the racetrack and to park that 2 right up here at victory lane. Man, take us back through this race and how you were able to get it done.
Just that, just being easy the first couple laps there, the first couple cautions, and trying to avoid the wrecks, and then just doing what we do, going to the front and keeping her clean.
Absolutely, keeping it clean, keeping that car out of trouble, trying to avoid a lot of contact, as these things are very easy to get upset, very easy to bust parts, and obviously with the open wheels, it's very easy to go upside down. We saw a few drivers, unfortunately, go for some wild rides here this evening. But you were able to just jump out in front and do what you do best here. That's run some very, very fast laps and keep yourself far enough out of the trouble that you didn't really have to worry about the trouble here late in this race, as you were absolutely flying. Again, we saw you jump out to a good 2-second lead there for a little while and continue to pull the way, continue to find that speed out there on the racetrack, man. What's the secret with these 305 sprint cars, and what you got to do to keep on finding the speed and keep finding these good runs out of these sprint cars?
Their momentum, just keeping the momentum up, trying not to get the car too sideways, cut speed off, and then since they're not the most powerful, sometimes the top up on the berm isn't always the quick way. Sometimes you got to go through the slick and stuff. So just finding the right line, keeping your momentum up. So, but I do want to apologize to Luke and Donovan and my dad in the heat race. I got into my dad and then had a little contact with Luke in the lead. Nothing was intentional, so I got to apologize to those guys. They were able to, get fixed up, and he still won the heat race, which is nice. But it wasn't my intention to get into anybody.
Absolutely. We saw you set it in there on the bottom side. Unfortunately, just went in with a little bit too much momentum. Got a piece of that number 33 ride and turned him around there. But, man, that was a great run and a great drive as you parked the 2 right up here in victory lane, as we saw some great battles there inside the top 5. Late in this race, though, a couple late race restarts. What was going through your mind looking back there, seeing Warren Samoy, Terrell Wheeler, Patrick Lemire, Luke Zampich? So a lot of very fast drivers right there on your back push bar, trying to figure out a way to get around you here. What was going through your mind late in this race?
Well, I keep my I run on VR, so I keep my relative down, so it's not in my sight line. That way I can just focus on what I'm doing every lap, hit my marks, and if I do that, it's going to be pretty hard to get around me.
Absolutely. Well, PJ, another good run and another good race here for you as you're able to pick up the checkered flag here in the final race of the weekend for the Montana iRacing League. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
I got to thank my teammates, Joe and my dad, my sponsors, Pacer Sign and Design, Upfront Bodies, DM Race Engines, Elysian Salon, Realtor Dusty Popham, Tom Knoll Transportation, and then Paul's Casino. Thank my fiance. Again, thank you for doing the broadcasts. They're always fun to go back and watch. You get a lot of views. You do a good job. And then thank Warren for putting on the league.
Absolutely, brother. PJ, another good run, another good race. We look forward to seeing you back in action next weekend here at the Montana iRacing League, and we appreciate your good run and good drive here this evening out of that two ride as you're able to finish it off and park it up here in Victory Lane. Congratulations, and don't party too hard down there in Victory Lane.
I won't. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, PJ Popham. As Popham picking up the victory here in this one. What a run and what a drive there for that number 2 machine. My boy Joseph Brooks is total bullshit. I'm so pissed. Meta is getting a very nasty ass email from me. My Quest 2 should not jitter and turn my head sideways and violently shake while using it. It's BS. Yeah, that's wild, brother. That's wild. Wait, what? Like the VR was shaking and everything else. Like that's kind of crazy. Like, is it malfunctioned or did it fix itself afterwards? Because we saw you get up into the wall there. I figured it was probably, maybe just a mistake or what, or if it was something like that. And obviously, probably right around when he got into the outside wall, that's probably when that started and turned your head sideways and lost that little bit of focus. Probably cranking the wheel a little bit and then getting up into the outside fence there and ruin a good night there for the 78 ride this evening, as that's a tough one. Hopefully that gets fixed. Hopefully that gets figured out there. Terrell coming in, showing the love as well, says fun race. That was a lot of fun there, man. Looked like you guys were having a blast up towards the front of the field. A lot of good, nose to tail racing, a lot of side by side, 2 wide, 3 wide, some slide jobs and crossovers and everything else as the front of the field was having a great race here all evening long. The back half of the field was having a little bit of a rougher time out there on the racetrack, but nonetheless, a lot of fun, a lot of good action here this evening. Once again, as I do see Warren Samoy, our racer. Oh, there we go. There's Warren. They're in the top 3 waiting room. So we're going to pull in our second place finisher, Warren Samoy, up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, Warren, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Take a copy?
Yes, sir.
Lauren, a great race and a great run. Here's the 77 ride hooked up here this evening in these 305s. A very strong car all evening, up inside the top 5, up inside the top 3. And obviously late here in this one, we saw the 78 ride have some issues getting up into the outside wall, which opens up the door there for you to jump into position number 2 and trying to chase down that 2 ride. You're able to hang with them there during that last 6-lap shootout here. Unfortunately, just looked like it didn't have quite enough left in the tank to jump up there, make something happen to get around that 2 machine of PJ Popham.
Yeah, he's real tough in these 305s. I was just happy it was a good race with Joe and with Terrell. Shout out to those guys for keeping it clean. Yeah, I was really hoping I didn't get into Joe when I tried to dive underneath him there, but I think he just got in the wall. I'm not sure, but it was a fun race. That was a good time.
Absolutely, some great racing action there at the front of the field. A lot of good side-by-side battles, a lot of good back and forth out there, and you guys putting on a great show here for us this evening in this one as you park that 77 ride up here in position number 2. Warren, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here in this one, getting the 77 machine up here in position number 2?
Yeah, we better thank my wife, Stacy. This is a long weekend for her. So we got the 4 races in. They weren't all pretty, but we'll move on. I think next week we head to, I'm trying to look up the schedule real quick. I think next week we are at Charlotte. So we'll get the trailer ready and head north from Florida.
Absolutely headed off to North Carolina for Charlotte Motor Speedway next weekend should be a lot of fun. But Warren, a great race and a great drive here for you tonight in this one. We look forward to seeing you back in action next weekend. And also, Joseph Brooks up in the chat just says he wants to let you know that you were clear and it was his VR messed up and you didn't do anything there. So,
okay, that's good to hear. Thanks, Joe.
yeah, absolutely. And obviously a tough break there for Mr. Brooks, having a strong run, a strong car all evening there, right there in the mix of things, right in those battles with you throughout this one, until that VR of his just unfortunately kind of, what do you say, it started to shake and turned his head violently and just basically nothing he could do there. So
it's a tough way to race. Yeah, I hear a lot of guys having problems with the VR. I've always been on the fence, but I got triples, so I think I'll stick with that.
yeah, exactly. I have 4 monitors, but I only use one for iRacing, and I'll just stick to the one. It's good enough for me. But Warren, a great run and a great race here. Another great show all weekend long for the Montana iRacing League, and we look forward to seeing you guys back in action next Friday from Charlotte, and look forward to seeing some more crazy action and lots of fun here for each and every one of you drivers.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too, bud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher, Warren Samoyes. Warren coming home here in position number 2 as we're going to get ready. We're going to pull our third place finisher up into the broadcast booth here. It is the 43 ride of Terrell Wheeler coming home here in position number 3. We're going to pull Terrell up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Terrell, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Oh, yeah, man.
Man, a great run and a great job here this evening as that 43 ride was hooked up. We saw you slide back a little bit and then back to the front and then kind of go back a little bit more. You're kind of back and forth here throughout this one, but nonetheless, that 43 ride, once you kind of got that momentum built up and started to roll around the racetrack, you were a force to be reckoned with out there and had some great runs and some great corners here, duking it out, battling with the top 5 here all evening long.
Yeah, man. It was definitely a good race. It was good to be back. Had the last couple weekends where I missed them, but it was good to be back racing with the boys. Definitely was kind of annoyed with the race, how it was going on my end. I couldn't figure out where I really wanted my wing angle. I kept on going back and forth between about 2 different angles. So that's kind of what was kind of getting annoying. And then I got it locked in at the end there, and I felt good, but at the end of the day, I just was too late on that call. But it was a lot of fun racing with the boys tonight for sure.
Absolutely a lot of good, hard, clean racing there at the front of the field as mayhem ensued back there behind you guys. You guys never let off the throttle, continue to put on a great show for us up at the front of the field. And you're talking about the wing there, for some of the viewers that are watching, you can move those wings around from the cockpit. You can kind of reach your arm up and unhook it and move it backwards or forwards a couple clicks, and really just helps with downforce or a little bit of speed. The more angle you put into it, the farther down the car it goes, the more downforce you're going to get, but the higher up, the more faster you're going to get with more speed, just letting more air kind of follow through and less wing taking the front of that wing there. Going through the race, talking about the changes and everything else, did it seem like you needed to get more downforce the slicker it got, or were you more comfortable kind of keeping the car a little bit more looser and just having that extra bit of speed there underneath you?
So my issue tonight was definitely 3-4. I felt really comfortable having the wing at low down, a little bit lower. But then 1 and 2 was my issue. I kept on couldn't figure out the line I wanted. So that's kind of where I felt like I was sliding up. So I kept on moving it up a couple of notches. So that's what was my tinkering issue, is I kept on going back and forth. And then at the end, I kind of went in this mode. I was like, I'm just going to keep it at this angle for the rest of the race. And then that's when I felt good. But, I just kind of made some bad decisions. But it was a lot of fun still.
Absolutely, nonetheless, it all pays off here as you're able to get that 43 ride figured out and up into a podium position as you park it up here in position number 3. Who would you like to thank here for such a great run and great drive this evening as you get that 43 ride up into position number 3 at Volusia Speedway Park?
Yeah, well, first off, I would like to give a shout out to, Warren for putting the league on. It's always good to race with a lot of Montana folks. You for the broadcast. I didn't even know this was broadcasted, so I'm definitely gonna watch this replay. Pretty hyped about that. And then Redline Design Company for the awesome wrap, and then my team LGR Motorsports, and it's really fun racing with those boys and us practicing all the time to get better. So it's been a fun ride so far on iRacing.
Absolutely. Looks like you guys are having a great time out there on the racetrack. We look forward to seeing you back out there in action next weekend. Hopefully we'll see you back out there and duking it out here with the Montana iRacing League, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe a couple spots better, and up here in Victory Lane yourself.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Terrell Wheeler, as he comes home here in position number 3. What a run and what a drive there for that 43 machine as he parks it there in that third position. A great race and a great run here by all these drivers all weekend long as they put on an amazing race here. It's some amazing action for us all weekend evening. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it there and that note as we got to wake up here in 6 hours from now. We got to wake up and get ready to go to work. So your boy needs his beauty sleep. I need my beauty sleep, and we got a lot of racing action to do tomorrow, as well as I'll be off at the shop from 6:30 till 2 o'clock, just a little after that, and then we'll be back in action tomorrow evening at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to be going back live with the Outcast Racing League race number 2 of their first round of the playoffs with the Outcast Racing League. So a big race tomorrow evening as it's a cutoff race. 4 drivers will be eliminated and 12 drivers will move on to the round of 12 tomorrow evening in the Outcast Racing League. And then we have another race at 7:30 Eastern Time with the Best of the Best Tour, where we're going to see, I don't know what they're in this week. They run different race cars every single week in different racetracks, so we're going to see an amazing show. Last week we saw 55 drivers load in for the super late models last weekend. They put on a wild show for us, and it was a lot of fun, a great show and a great race there. And then after that, at about 9:30 Eastern Time, we have another race with the League of Outlaws in the Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions League coming together and putting on another show here for the street stock, the IMCA style street stocks tomorrow night at 9:30. So lots of racing action, a triple header, 3 races for us tomorrow evening. So we got a lot of work and we got to get some sleep in here beforehand. So thank y'all for tuning in, each and every one of you guys coming in, showing some big love here, all the star senders, all the donos and everything else. I appreciate each and every one of you, everyone with the likes, the comments, the shares, any of the new followers or subscribers. I appreciate you guys, and I thank y'all for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you guys back up here in the chat tomorrow evening for some more racing action. But peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzers, what a night, what a run, what a show. Woo! Oh, that was a lot of fun.